Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United, from transfer news and match updates to exclusive stories. We've got you covered. If you're a true Red Devil, hit subscribe and join the United family. Glory, glory, Man United. Manchester United are going all in to land a new striker before the season kicks off, and Ollie Watkins is now their number one target. Ruben Amorim is demanding a proven Premier League finisher, and the Aston Villa star fits the bill perfectly. But while Villa wants 60 million tals, United are hoping to strike a deal closer to £40 and $45 million. Meanwhile, backup options like Benjamin Sesko remain under consideration, but he's attracting interest from Newcastle too. With Garnacho and Antony left out of the US tour and player sales underway, United are clearing the path for a major move up front. Let's break down the latest from Old Trafford. Manchester United are stepping up their bid to sign a striker before the start of the new season, with Ollie Watkins now their first choice target. United boss Ruben Amorim wants a proven goalscorer to lead his side's attack, with Aston Villa and England striker Watkins seen as the ideal choice to fill the role. This summer, United have adopted a policy of signing players with Premier League experience, as evidenced by the recruitment of Matheus Cunha from Wolves and Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. United are continuing that strategy with a move for Watkins, but are understood to be unwilling to meet Villa's 60 million valuation of the 29-year-old. There is hope among the United hierarchy that a compromise figure of 40 million, 45 million for Watkins can be reached with Villa and enable a deal to be struck between the two clubs. Watkins scored 17 goals last season, 16 in the Premier League, with Amorim wanting a striker who can go straight into United's team and start scoring regularly without needing time to adapt. As well as Watkins, United are keeping tabs on RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, but the Bundesliga club want around 70 million for him, and Newcastle are in pole position to sign the 22-year-old Slovenian. United are exploring the possibility of deals for Watkins and Sesko, but a move for Nicholas Jackson has been ruled out due to Chelsea's 80 million asking price for him. While Amorim is keen to get a new striker signed as quickly as possible to give him time to settle in and build up an understanding with his new teammates, he accepts that negotiations could drag on. In order to fund a move for a striker, United must raise revenue from player sales, with the double sale of Alejandro Garnacho and Antony both left out of the US tour squad enough to cover the cost of a new frontman. United are also trying to offload Jadon Sancho and Tyrell Malacia, who joined Garnacho and Antony in being left behind by Amorim, while Marcus Rashford's loan move to Barcelona has saved around 12 million tales, with the Spanish giants covering his wages for the whole of next season. United's determination to sign a new striker casts doubt over the future of Rasmus Højlund, who struggled last season, scoring just 10 goals from 52 appearances in all competitions. Villa sources insist Watkins is not for sale, but they wanted 60 million from Arsenal in January, before changing their stance when John Duran left to join Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr. Manchester United are back in the hunt for a top striker, and Benjamin Sesko is now firmly in their sights. With Victor Gyökeres off to Arsenal and Alexander Isak being linked with Liverpool, Sesko has emerged as United's new number one forward target. The Red Devils have already made contact with the RB Leipzig star, and reports say Sesko is impressed with their project. But Leipzig wants 64 million. Can United get the deal done? Plus, hear what manager Ruben Amorim said about signing only players who are truly committed to the cause. Here's the full update from Old Trafford. Manchester United still have a lot of work to do in the summer transfer window after signing Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo. A number of forwards have already been linked, including Victor Gyökeres, albeit he has now completed a move to Premier League rivals Arsenal. Sesko has now emerged as a backup option, with the Slovenian having caught the eye for RB Leipzig over recent seasons. Newcastle are also interested, with Sesko seen as a potential replacement for Alexander Isak, who has been linked with a move to Liverpool. But the Red Devils have moved to the front of the queue, with the striker's own stance on a move. According to Sky in Germany, United Chiefs have already been in touch with Sesko to lay out their project. They have also proposed figures to his representatives ahead of potentially launching talks with Leipzig. Luckily for United, Sesko has responded well, having been left impressed by what the Red Devils had to say. There is still some work to do on a deal though, with Leipzig wanting around 64 million for their star forward. Meanwhile, boss Amorim has already spoken about what he wants from his new signings. He said they have to want to come here. I think what we can do to the fans is that we want players who have proved themselves already. Sometimes you have a player with a lot of potential. You have to be aware of that. But all the players that are coming, we need to know the player. We need to talk to the player. We have to explain the project. And then one really important thing is that they want to come here. That is the key point. If during the market we can find someone that can help the team and have all that boxes with them, we are going to do it. If not, we cannot do it because it's an important time in our club. Sesko, who has scored 39 goals for Leipzig over the past 2 seasons, has already revealed what could help him make a decision, a potential new club style of play. Speaking after he signed for Leipzig, he said, "Thing is, I wasn't really involved in these kinds of conversations, but I think it was better to come here. It was very important for me to go to a place that plays a similar style of football. I already knew what I had to do and didn't have to go through a whole learning process again." He doubled down on that stance after penning a new contract with the German side last summer. He said, "Leipzig has given me a lot and continues to give me a lot every day. It's a great club to develop at. In the future, I want to play for a club that suits me, that brings out the best in me. That's the most important thing for me." Marcus Rashford's Barcelona debut was anything but magical. Nearly a decade after his stunning breakthrough at Manchester United, the 27-year-old endured a humiliating first appearance for Barca, subbed on at half-time and dragged off after just 33 minutes. This comes after his season-long loan from United, where he fell out of favour under Ruben Amorim. From being hailed by Michael Carrick in 2016 to struggling for rhythm in Japan, Rashford's journey has taken a dramatic turn. But with Hansi Flick backing him and a 26 million permanent option on the table, could he still turn it around? Let's break it all down, including his next test, a reunion with Jesse Lingard in South Korea. Marcus Rashford's humiliating debut for Barcelona comes almost 10 years after his first start for Manchester United, after which he was hailed by former teammate Michael Carrick. Rashford joined the La Liga champions last week on a season-long loan move after becoming surplus to requirements under Ruben Amorim at Old Trafford. After kicking off life in Catalonia by training with his new teammates, Rashford then flew out on the club's pre-season tour of Japan. A 3-1 victory over J-League side Vissel Kobe followed in what was his first match for the club. However, it was an embarrassing baptism for Rashford, who came on at half-time before being replaced in just the 78th minute. His low-key bow for Barca is worlds apart from when former United star Carrick gushed over Rashford's senior debut for his boyhood club in February 2016. Rashford was only 18 when he was brought into the United starting lineup against FC Midtjylland in the Europa League as a last-minute replacement for the injured Anthony Martial. He quickly announced himself to the world as he scored twice in a 5-1 United win. Afterwards, in what is a far cry from the reaction to his Barca debut, Carrick lauded Rashford. "It's great. You can't put a price on that for the younger lads, especially Marcus. It's incredible and brings back memories for me when I made my debut," Carrick told MUTV. "It's what football's all about and what this club has been about for so long. For a local lad to do that and come through the system like that, I'm delighted for him." After his first minutes for Barcelona, manager Hansi Flick explained why the 27-year-old came off just over half an hour after coming on. "He's a week behind the others," Flick said. "He hasn't been training as much with the ball, and we want to look after him. It was a very good match, a good test for us. The first 30 minutes were fantastic. After that, we lost a bit of control, but the second half was also very good. I'm pleased. What they do with the ball, how they pressed us, it's really interesting. You can tell they have a clear idea, and it's similar to ours." Rashford hadn't played for United since December 2024 after being dropped by Amorim. He spent the second half of the 2024-25 season on loan at Aston Villa. Barca have the option to make Rashford's deal permanent for 26 million next summer after he was handed the number 14 shirt, previously worn by Thierry Henry at the club. Since arriving, he has claimed that his new residence feels like home. "I'm very excited," Rashford told Barcelona's YouTube channel upon his unveiling. "It's a club where people's dreams come true, they win big prizes. What the club stands for means a lot for me. I feel like I'm at home, and a big factor in my choice to come here is because it is a family place and a good place for good players to showcase their skills. Another factor is because the conversations I had with Hansi Flick were positive. Hattie did last season was terrific. To lead such a young team to a very successful season and come back to pre-season and still want to do more, it shows me everything I thought I knew about the club, and it's everything I wished. I'm eager to learn the Barcelona way." Next up for Barcelona is a friendly against Seoul in the South Korean capital on Thursday. Rashford will have a reunion with ex-United teammate Jesse Lingard, who captains the K-League side.